Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I thought I better update everybody on my visit to the doctor recently because I got a pretty big scare. Today's video is brought to you by Endel. Now, any of you who have been following my channels lately know I've had a couple months of extreme stress. I found out while traveling in Europe, I had less than 2 months to find a new place and move. My stepfather passed away, got very sick very quickly, and then I was diagnosed with my 8th cancer again. Very stressful time, and I would end up going to sleep at night and I could not sleep. Everything was on my mind. Well, Endel is my secret weapon. Endel is an environmentally based app that takes everything we know about sound and combines it with cutting-edge technology. The result is a real-time, personalized soundscape designed to help you relax, focus, and fall asleep. I've been using it now and I've never slept better. Normally, I would just put the TV on, but I would find I would just wake up and start watching TV instead of trying to go back to sleep. And I tell you, Endel app has absolutely changed my sleep habits and makes me so much more relaxed when I wake up. The app actually uses real-time inputs like your heart rate, the weather outside, and how you're feeling to come up with your personalized sounds for maximum effect. A recent survey showed that many Endel users who suffer from ADHD and sleep disorders, they say the app helps them manage their symptoms, and I absolutely believe it. Endel is just not random music played at different times. It actually customizes it to your personality, what you're feeling, what your needs are, and it will focus the sounds. And trust me, I have been using it lately every night, and I've never slept better. If you're having trouble sleeping or focusing, why not give Endel a try? The first 100 people to download Endel by clicking the link down below will get a free week of audio experiences. Thank you, Endel, for sponsoring this video and helping me get through a very rough time. So recently I had an adrenal gland removal. It was my 8th surgery. My midsection here looks like 2 people are playing tic-tac-toe cutting across my body and my body is losing. But I'm recovering pretty well from the surgery. I was able to go to Nova Scotia and lay my stepdad to rest, visit my mom and dad and my grandmother, run into some old friends. It was a good trip, very hard on me. It was a lot of driving, but I got through it. Okay, great. Next on the agenda is a cruise. I have a group cruise coming up here in the 19th, and looking forward to that. Coming back to Canada from New York on the Caribbean Princess, so I was all set for this. And I went to the doctors for a consultation on possible needing radiation. Now, the surgery went really well. They're very happy with everything. They say they're pretty happy they got everything, but there could be some microscopic things just off the side of where they cut, the adrenal gland out. And so they would like, talk to the radiation team and see what they think. And if they don't do radiation, then maybe chemo might be another option, but they would rather do the radiation. It's usually easier on the body. Okay, I don't want chemo again. If I can avoid it, I'll take it. I'll do it. I've done it before, but I would really prefer the radiation because my body did really well on my radiation last time. However, when I went in for the doctor this time, there was a resident doctor and a doctor who works with the main surgeon. And they came in and they started saying they went over my chart and we have a few things we can do. And, we can either just go in right now and start the procedures, but we're kind of guessing that there's a disease there. We don't even know if there's a disease because right now there's no sign of a disease there. And he says, well, maybe what we'll end up doing is I think we should wait until November and run some tests. And if we discover it's moved or growing in any one particular location, then we can set up the plan for a radiation treatment and we could go from there. And I'm going, all right. And I'm thinking in my head, Well, if the radiation is anything like last time, it's 5 days in a row. Like I go in for like 20 minutes and I'm done, kind of thing. The whole meeting. But he starts telling me, no, we're gonna have to set you up and everything. And then once it's all set up, ready to go, it's gonna be 5 weeks, 5 solid weeks of treatment. And I'm going to myself, whoa. I just paid for a whole bunch of cruises. I'm cruising in September, I'm cruising in October, I'm cruising in November, and I'm cruising in January and February and May. And I'm going, if it takes 5 weeks, it could jeopardize my November cruise as well as my January cruise because of the recovery period afterwards, because he was talking about I'm going to have nausea, I'm going to have sore stomachs, I could possibly have trouble with going to the washroom. It won't actually affect the bowels because where the radiation is going to go is nowhere near that, but it will affect the stomach, which could affect how you go to the washroom. And he's going on and on about all these things that's going to happen in 5 weeks. And that really caught me off guard, as well as the lengthy recovery period afterwards and everything. And I'm going, oh, well, gotta do it. I also didn't like the fact that we're waiting until November. Why not, okay, I can't go right now. I have a group cruise, but I'll cancel my October cruise and let's just do it in October then. Why are we waiting for the disease to show up before doing anything? Because in my head I'm thinking, well, if something shows up here, does that not give it a chance to spread to other places, right? Get in the bloodstream, get into my brain, get into my lungs again, get any place else. So waiting until we see like an actual sign of, instead of going after the microbes that might cause this to begin with, didn't seem right to me. But I'm sitting there, and then they went out and said, okay, we're going to go talk to Dr. Dennis, who is a surgeon I've had before. He dealt with me for my last chemo and everything. And I said, okay, and they're going to consult. They'll come back, let me know. So they went out, and normally that's about 5 minutes. It was about 20 minutes before they came back in. And I think Dr. Dennis was explaining to them, saying some other things. Because when he came in, he said, I'm not a big fan of waiting. And like the relief on my head in 2 ways happened. One, it went, whew, okay, yeah, let's not wait. I don't want to wait. Let's get this over with. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get it done. But in my other head, I'm thinking, don't tell me I have to do it this week, because I have 150, 200 people on the Caribbean Princess I'm looking forward to meeting, and I've been promising to see them and show them Canada and be in the shows, and let's do the game shows, let's have dinner, let's have conversations and all this stuff. And I was worried they're going to tell me, no, you have to take it right now. So I explained to him my situation. He remembered me. He walked in. I haven't seen him in about 4 years, and he walked in. He goes, I remember you. And so so we were talking, and he says, yeah, I'm not a big fan of waiting. Do you have any travel plans right now? And I said, yeah, well, I have a big one coming up on the 19th to the 29th, and then later on in October, the end of October. And he goes, okay. And he starts talking. He says, I kind of think we should just go in and we should zap that area. Now, we could probably get it done this week or next week before your cruise, but then you could have the after effects on the cruise of, upset stomach and nausea and possible dizziness, things like that. He says, why don't we set you up the week before you go cruise, which means I go in for a CT scan, and they will, okay, there's where we're going in to do the laser, and they're going to mark my stomach with a triangular, like little tattoo dots. And that's how they line up where they're going in with the radiation when I go in for the radiation. So we'll set you up the week before your cruise, and then the week you come back from your cruise, we'll go in and we'll do the 5 days like we did last time. And again, the relief just on me, because I won't miss the group cruise. That's perfect. I won't have an upset stomach going on the group cruise. I possibly might miss my October cruise, but that is a training session on board with my travel agency. It's not one that I plan to do by myself. So if I miss that one, I miss that one. It's no big deal. I don't want to miss the November one because that's the launching of the Ascent, the brand new Celebrity Ascent, which is the first sailing of it. So I didn't want to miss that. So that gives me lots of time to recover. And who knows, I might be able to do the October cruise if I'm feeling really well. So I went in, and when I was listening to the doctors, I got really scared and really worried that I was going to miss my group cruise, or I'm going to have 5 weeks of radiation and a huge recovery time. And then after talking to the main surgeon, it's going to be 5 days. I might have a few days after that of nausea. There's some side effect possibilities, but he says you've been through it before. The only trouble is it's a different location, where before it was high up on my body, and this one's lower down, and that is where more organs are, so it can affect more organs as it's radiating the spot. Okay, I'm okay with everything. Let's do it that way. But boy, talk about giving me a little bit of a heart attack. Yeah, you're gonna miss your group cruise. You're gonna go on 5 weeks, and then you might have another 5 weeks of recovery, and oh. No, that is one thing I did not want to do, and I definitely had no intention in the world of missing this group cruise in September. And I have no intention on missing the group cruise next May for Alaska. So yeah, let's get her done. But I was scared for just a little bit. Well, I hope you appreciate this little update. If you did, hey, maybe give it a thumbs up, maybe click that like button, maybe think about subscribing if you haven't done so already. And until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.